we're off. It's Thursday. It's the last day with the car before I drop it off at noon tomorrow. And we stayed at a rest stop last night right by George Lake. Off of the M31. I was trying to find some rest stops that didn't have a lot of parking lights. There's the first one I went to. I don't know how you would sleep because they had that whole place lit up, which I can appreciate as far as safety and being able to see. But if you're trying to take a nap or rest overnight, you definitely don't want to have a lot of lights. So I ended up finding the Lake George rest stop, and it had one light, but kind of did some makeshift towels and hung up my jacket and all that to make some blinds. And yeah, so got some sleep there. I made the mistake of having the windows cracked a little bit for some air, and of course, being by the water, what do we know? Mosquitoes. So I woke up to some humming and some buzzing and some silent attacks. So that was a little bit of a pain, but we got through that one and woke up to still a few of them in the car this morning. So I've been trying to project combat mosquitoes. But anyways, we're off. We're about an hour and 15 minutes away from Kiama. If you can remember, that was the beach. Ocean coast that I first went to with Saif and Papon and Jahir, and I'm heading back over there just to kind of spend today. I really like that area, and I'm gonna take a shower at the beach. I know they have that there where the surfers were, and then I'm gonna work my way north up to Cape Salander. Papon had recommended stopping there at that place for a hike towards the end of the afternoon, evening. So I'm going to go over there and explore that area and try to find an Airbnb, or I'm not really exactly too sure. I want to try to get some good rest, but try to find an Airbnb in that area. I looked last night. Couldn't really find anything with the reviews or the pricing that made sense. So we'll kind of look again. I was trying to see if I could stay at the Berry View Hotel because I really enjoyed that spot, and what I needed after that day, like to top it off. This place is so nice, and I couldn't believe what I paid versus what they're charging now for those rooms. So I ended up having a pretty sweet deal that night, and don't look like I'm gonna have that again. So yep, not really sure where I'm staying again tonight, but we're doing all right. We're just kind of making our way on the last leg of the trip, getting north to Sydney so I can drop off the car in the morning, and just gonna spend the day on the coast because what's better thing to do than being out by the ocean. And yeah, it's really overcast and looks like it's gonna rain in this part that I'm cruising through right now on the M31 freeway, but overall doing good and just checking in and saying happy Thursday. And we're excited. We're almost close to adventuring over to New Zealand. I did get my Emirates check-in for the flight, so got ahead and got my flight checked in, and we're ready to roll over there here in a few days. So can't wait, and can't believe it's already almost here. So Australia's been awesome, and we'll probably do a little recap of kind of the whole trip and all the driving and all the places we've seen. But for now, we're just heading back up and making our way over to Kiama. And we're back, and we made a quick pit stop to the treetop walk on the Jamboree Mountain Road. If you recall, I had mentioned this road we took when I met my buddies from Bangladesh, and we went through part of this rainforest, and the roads were so narrow, I was nervous. And we went to Kiama. This was the road that we took. I saw a lot of these spots and just didn't have time to pull over, do anything with photography. So kind of just made it a thing today to step out and make an adventure. I really love this area from the first day that I saw it. Just the rolling hills, there's a lot of vegetation, it's green. Today there's a lot of rainfall and things like that, so it's just a really sweet spot, and I'm excited to explore this. And I didn't know you had to pay. It looks like it's a tourist attraction, so I paid $28 Australian, so not too bad. Roughly around, I think, like 18-20 bucks USD. So we're currently walking through, and again, we're back in the forest. Got the rain jacket on. We'll see if there's any opening in the clouds. Down the hill currently. Looks like you can zip line here, and just different activities for kids. The guy gave me a return ticket if I wasn't happy with the photos I got today. I could come back for only $10, but I told him this is one of my last days here. I'm kind of just cycling back to Sydney. So he's like, well, give it to another backpacker. And people are just so friendly here. Out of all the places in Australia that I've gotten to go to in the last 2 weeks, I'd say Kiama and Barrie and the Jamboree Mountain Road and just kind of Namaroo, those areas just really spoke to me profoundly. I felt something there, felt, just the energy and the landscape and the people. Not to say that all of it around wasn't great, but I really do like those certain areas, and I'm glad I'm kind of finishing my day back in that circle of where I had ventured to the first couple days when I first got the car. So it feels good to be back and doing a little bit more exploring in this area before I head to Kiama. Kind of like an old school hand-woven basket. And the temperature and everything is perfect for hanging out and walking around today. It looks like it's been kind of misting and raining and have some foggy clouds and things rolling through, but right now it's just absolutely perfect and feels really nice, how comfortable. All right, so we're coming up to what they're known for, this treetop canopy walk, so let's take a look. Some zipline people up there. This is wicked because you get a good sense of what it feels like to be above the trees. Looks like they have another outlook up here, the Knight's Tower. Can't believe how tall these trees are. It's incredible. You got a nice little overlook over there. Hard to see with the clouds right now. Looks like we're getting to one of the ends of the lookout points. Wow, and you're up above on the top of these trees. It's a pretty significant height. Wild being up here at the top of the trees. I don't know how many feet. That's way down there. And this is part of one of the rainforests, I'm pretty sure. Hundreds of feet up in the air. So amazing. We're walking back to the other side now. Might go for it. overall a cool experience to be up so high with the trees and just kind of getting to look out and see the ocean and some of the valley. Highly recommended if you're ever passing through on this side of town, going through the Jamboree Mountain Road. Super cool. If you're scared of heights, definitely probably shouldn't do this one. It's a little nerve-wracking, but overall it was really cool, and we're excited about just exploring and being able to see something different and being up in these super high, tall, amazing trees. And kind of cool, they've done this for the kids, little enchanted forest with some little fairy gardens. This one's the gnome garden. The gnome meadow. Little Dragon's Glen. The Mermaid Crescent. Alright, so we made it over to Kiama, got the shower in. Those ones were cold showers, but that's totally okay. At least I got a shower, and had some lunch in the Jamboree Valley, so that was really special and cool to be able to I really like that spot, so I'm glad I got to kind of finish out there before flying out in a couple days. And right now I'm trying to work out this Airbnb stay. I found one that seems reasonable as far as right next to the train, and will be helpful for when I drop off the car tomorrow. I can ride the train back down and stay there. Has laundry, so I can do another little load. And the only thing is, she says she's not able to check me in until 8 p.m. because she's working. So I'm trying to see if she's willing to adjust the price a little bit. Yeah, it just seems like a good fit. Just kind of want to stay in the private room versus another hostel and everything. But right now we're just packing up the car. It's kind of surreal coming to the end out in Australia for now. And so just been living out of the car, sleeping in the car, and got to pack up and get the backpack and suitcase and everything folded up and ready for drop off tomorrow. So right now we're just going through and kind of just settling, getting some things tidied up, and then see what this Airbnb host says, if we're able to make something happen with a better price. So for now, just kind of hanging out and getting things situated for the next trip over to New Zealand. And I'm at a different area in Kiama. Just definitely wanted to see this side of the coastline. The waters are so blue, and yeah, this place is one of my favorites that I've seen in Australia. And I keep saying that, but I really feel like it's just such a gem. It's a really cool tropical paradise on the coast. And got the houses on the hills, you got the rainforest in the back, you got the cliffs and the water, and this place is just unreal. So we're making a quick pit stop because the weather is so gorgeous, and the Airbnb worked out, so she's able to get me a key so I can check in a little bit earlier. We're gonna head over to Cape Solander, kind of as one of my last spots with the car, to do the sunset over there. But for right now, we're just kind of doing one more last beach go with in Kiama. It's such a cool spot, and I definitely am gonna miss this one. And there looks like there's a couple viewpoints out here. So we're just kind of walking to the end of this point of the rocks. You get a really good view of the houses on the hill. Man, what it'd be like to live there. It's like surfer's paradise too. There's so many surfers in the ocean. You got the lighthouse and the blowhole where I was last week, taking those portraits and hanging out with my friends from Bangladesh. It's not cheap. I was looking up Airbnbs, and the ones that were available were definitely a couple $100 minimum for one night. So this is a luxury spot on the coast of Australia. Yeah, this spot is like a quick pull off. I had to look real quick on the map because when you're coming up the highway, you take this big curve and then you kind of miss it. So I definitely wanted to hit this spot because I haven't. And last time when I was driving to Sydney North, I had missed it. So and I just saw the colors, and today is just kind of all about revisiting the places that make you feel happy on your journey, and this place is definitely something special, one of my favorites. Yeah. And a lot of these coastlines, you just really get to see the sheer power of the ocean and just how magnificent it really is when it comes crashing in on the shore. It's not messing around. Those waves are catastrophic if you're in them, and I just can't believe the way that they come crashing in like that.